Alright, lucky you. For all of those people who may be a little down on their luck and ain't really got no money right now and scared because VAT getting ready to come in and they realizing the struggle, well, what I've got for you today is something that's really interesting. It was like kind of a response to one of the people who sent me an email saying, they really did like the video, but one of their favorite struggle foods is ramen noodles. So I figure, okay, let's say you have some significant other or some sweet person who you're trying to impress coming over and the only thing what you got is ramen noodles. Uh, let's see what we can do with this for them. So what I did, I put the noodles on already so they could begin to cook because I didn't want to wait that whole long period of time. And see that matrix stuff just now? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna strain that off for a second. Now, one of the things that you don't want to do, let me tell you what you don't do when you're making your noodles. Because I saw my some of my friends did this before. Um, what they did is they waited until after they had already they waited until after they had already made the noodles. Then they added in the little seasoning packet, and I'm like, why? I don't get it. Who put salt on the pasta like afterwards? It doesn't even make sense. So what you do, you put the little package in so you could get all of the flavors and everything into the water to get into your noodle. Sure. Next thing what we're gonna do, I got a pan on here getting hot. I'll put a little bit of oil in that. And this is gonna be kind of an Asian dish, so I put a little bit of sesame oil inside there. That's so you can get that little nutty Chinese kind of flavor in something. Woo, that's getting hot fast. And broccoli. Let me tell you the deal with the broccoli. If you want to get some broccoli, just go to the salad bar. Pick a couple of the broccoli florets off of the salad bar inside the food store. It could probably cost you about 30 cents, 15 cents. You probably get the cash amount, but that's what you do. Or you do like I did. I just got one bunch. I even cut off the bungi part. You know what I mean? I cut it up and made it really sliced. That's like the little stem that people tend to somehow not use. No, man. I think if you're gonna use the head, if you can eat the head, you might as well eat the bungi one time, right? You know what I mean, ladies? Just eat the whole thing. All right. So what you want to do? You want to take all of that, drop that inside the frying pan, solid, stir it up. I have here some little squash. This is called like a childhood squash. It's a superfood, very very good for you. Ooh, that's hot. But you want it hot. You want it hot like that, like when they doing stir fry and stuff like that to the Chinese places. They want the hot skillet to sear everything up really quickly. But I'm gonna put this chai squash inside there. It looked like a little mashed apple. They sell it in the food store, but it's really, really, really good for you. And I had an old piece of onion inside the fridge and threw that in there too. I think I'll put a little dab more of the sesame oil. I don't put too much at first because it burns easily. A little bit more oil to get everything sizzling. And I got a piece of chicken. Now, if you go to, I went to the food store and I was telling the guy I wanted one chicken breast. They had like a pack of chicken breast for $3 and some cents, but you know how the struggle is. So in a way, I was gonna get that whole pack. So what I did, I told him I want one breast. Give me one breast out of the package, and that's exactly what they did. They gave me one, so it cost me like $1.15. Yeah, they didn't look too happy about that either. But I cut it up really, really thin, extremely thin, so that it will cook quickly. Um, Cook that, cut that thin, paper thin. This is a lot of chicken for this one chicken. Yep. Alright, so I'm slicing it up. And once I get this all cut, paper thin, what I'll do, I'll add a little bit of, stirring that. I'll add a little bit of salt. No MSG, like most of the Chinese restaurants. I want to like hang on to my esophagus and stomach walls and stuff like that for a mighty long time. So I have here some Island Flair 6 spice seasoning. It's similar to the 5 spice seasoning that the Chinese people use, or Chinese restaurants use. That sounds messed up, doesn't it? No, but what I did, instead of making the 5 spice seasoning like they do, that's the seasoning that gives the kingdom ribs kind of taste. That cinnamony, almost cinnamon anise kind of. Well, you probably don't know what anise is, but that cinnamony kind of taste that you get from eating kingdom ribs, that's the 5 spice. So I made a 6 spice seasoning. So It just added one more spice that kind of bridged the gap between Caribbean kind of taste and the Asian taste to make a nice fusion. So, you know, if you see 5 spice on the shelf and 6 spice on the shelf, which one you go for? You go for 6 spice, right? 6 spice? Yeah. So, I put a little bit of that on there. Seasoning. You know what? I think I probably could use just a tad bit more salt on that. Um, Between that and the 5 spice, that's gonna wake it up a whole lot. I had something else in here, and this is kind of a my little jerkish rub, because even though we make kind of Asian dish, because I'm Bahamian Caribbean, I like a fusion of tastes and flavors and stuff. So what I'm gonna do, gonna drop that in there, drop that in there. So now I'm dropping the chicken in. Let me see if you can see that. You can see that? Did you see that? Yes, delicious, right? Stir all that together. Now notice here we have our little shrimp juice, or you can call it a shrimp stock from the liquid from the noodles. And we have our chicken that's searing. We got the heads and the butt inside the pot simmering down from the broccoli. Heads and the butt. Yeah. So what you want to do at this point, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take some garlic. Now you could either slice the garlic, chop it up a little bit home like that, just give it a little quick chop, threw it in the pot. Or you could do what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna take this is a microplane. It's a chef toy. Now you can find these in most stores, or if you can't find them, you could probably send a girlfriend over by me, and I could let her borrow it for a few minutes if she wants to microplane some stuff. Yeah. So there you go. We're gonna shave a little bit of that garlic. That garlic all up in there. Yes. Yes. Because we wanted just a little tad bit of that garlicky flavor, and the shaves are really thin. So even though you see me doing a lot of rubbing, it's coming out really fine. All right. Tap. So again, we have a little piece of onion, your chicken, your broccoli, and the chayote squash. This is like some power food, man. You know what I mean? You wait, like if your get up and go starts to get up and leave you, you need to eat stuff like chayote squash. It'll help build back all of those essential nutrients that your body's gonna need, especially if you entertaining. Now, if you look in my pot now, it looks like a lot of food, right? Okay, let me look again. It looks like a lot of food, right? Yeah, it does. I know it does. And this is a lot of food that I got like for change, literally. Now, I know some of you may be looking at that to be thinking, you know what, that's a lot of food, but that may just be enough food for me. Now, you have a problem. I'm going to tell you right now, because if you keep on eating like that, eventually, you can't see your pee-pee. Or you may be blessed like me and you wouldn't be able to see your feet eventually. Or for a lady, you may can't see your JJ in a minute. So you want to just make sure that you portion your meals out with sense. You know, everybody trying to think a little bit on the health conscious kind of side, and you know, I'm leaning on that side as well. So far so good, right? So far so good. Okay. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna take a piece of this Spanish thyme. I just look for excuses to put this in the food because I have a little tree growing up under the window there. So because I have the tree, I get the feeling that that's a bee. Jesus Christ! Get the hell out of there! Even the bees are hungry too. They smell this delicious meal and feel like, you know what? I want to be a part of that. That's dangerous. Okay. This is real TV. Okay. Now, hold on. Now, okay. There you go. So that is stirring deliciously, and it looks nice and brown and yummy. Let me taste one of the little broccoli butt. Nice. Delicious. It has a little bit of a crunch to it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add, like I said, I'll add the Spanish thyme. I had a half a tomato in the fridge, so I figured I'd just use that for a little bit of color. Add that in there. And you know what's funny right now? My computer just went to like, I don't know, screen-saving mode, so I can't see me anymore. I'm sure you can. Should I come around and touch it? Anyhow. Okay, there you go. So, yumminess. That's all I can smell. That's what I smell. I smell yumminess. I don't know what you smell. I know what I smell. I smell yumminess. Put a pinch of that sesame oil in there again. Oh, broccoli in my throat. And what I'm going to do, at this same point in our existence, what I'll do, I'll probably just take a little shake of flour. Listen, that's literally like a pinch, like that, like a pinch, you know? Take a look. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what it looks like. Take a pinch of flour, literally a little small pinch. And that's just to coat that a little bit there, like so. I'd say that was a really tiny pinch, so I put like if you take a little tiny, like a half a teaspoon, and I put that in there, and that is to give us a little bit of body, because what I would want is I want the pasta and stuff to stick to the noodle a little bit. Now it's a little bit fresh, I can't believe it, but that's what it is. So I put a hit of soy sauce. You don't have to. Believe me, you don't have to. Because what I'm going to do, and that's why I say just a little tiny hit, because I just wanted it to get like some kind of a little bit more of a Asian feel to it. I'll use a little bit of that liquid. Now, there you go. A little bit of liquid in there. And that is going to create our little sauce. Now I'm going to let that cook on there for a few seconds. And believe it or not, let me move this mouse. Yeah, I have to move the mouse. That's the only way I can be able to see what's going on. Alright, so now take a look. Did you see that? See it? See it? There you go. That's it there. That's it there. Now it's developing this nice little beautiful gravy-like thing on the bottom of there, almost like the like a little pepper steak with no steak. So I'm gonna take this, move this out of the way for now. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm gonna move this stuff off of the board. Move this stuff here, and I'm gonna shake a little bit of cracked pepper in there to give it just a little bit of spice. Oh no. Now I put a little hint of pepper. I didn't put a bunch of pepper to make it all fiery. Although fiery, no. See, the thing about pepper is not really a flavor. Pepper is more of a sensation. So when you put it in the food, you put it in there to kind of highlight and accent whatever it is that you got going on. My hair warm. But you don't put it in to like overtake the food unless you're trying to hide the fact that it tastes like crap. Now this does not taste like crap, so we could afford to go light on the pepper. Now I'm gonna take this piece of towel, wipe this board up a little bit. Now because I had chicken on this board, which is not cool, nobody wants to get salmonella on the hot date. So what I'm gonna do, believe it or not, like it or not, there you go. Board is flipped. Brand new board. Yes! Alright. Yeah, if I was inside, it would have been a difference, but it's a brand new board now. Okay. So, like I said, it's not soaking, it's not watery, but it has a nice little lotiony, a nice little lotion like a noodle lotion. Yes. It's noodle lotion. You put the lotion on the noodle. So the noodle is still the star. The lotion is not the star. The lotion just enhances all of the yumminess that you would experience while eating the noodle, right? The ramen noodle. Okay, so I'm gonna throw this in there. There you go. Mix that up. Right, there you are. And there, look at it, look at it, look at it. Look, look, look. You can see that? See that? I hope you can see that. Alright. Now, gonna take out my little sexy plate. Little sexy plate. I have like an Asian looking glass. Some Asian dish, or maybe a wine glass, depending on what you feel it. This is done. So what you're gonna do now, gonna take some of this. Now, if you get a nice little sexy plate, that make even ramen noodles even look even more expensive. Take that, drop some of that in the middle there. What's going on in my life? Okay, put a little bit more. Yep, and then a little bit more. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is actually beautiful. This is beautiful. You see why I told you? Look at how much food I still have left in the pot. And I have a full plate as well. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take this, wipe our plate up a little bit, clean it up. Okay, right, yummy, yumminess. Oh, this looks delicious. Let me put a little piece more there. Alright, so we clean that up. I'm gonna take a picture of this to put on either Facebook or Instagram. I really fall off with the Instagram thing, but I think this is picture worthy. You'll see the photo later. And if you really want to get all highfalutin, you can turn around and put some chopsticks on there for your sweetie, so she can feel like she really eating some chopsticks, some Chinese stuff. And let me open the fridge. Get away, fly. Nope, it's not for you. And we have some of that Kool-Aid that we made yesterday. That special Kool-Aid, you know, that adult Kool-Aid. Wipe. You'd have to see the other video to see the Kool-Aid recipe. The Kool-Aid recipe. Gonna pour some of that in there. That's if you're feeling like that. That's what you feel. Or if put it in a wine glass. Make it extra special. You see that? That might be a little bit too much, you know. A little bit too much. You probably put a little bit less to make it, you know, make it look right. So, after all of that, you have your delicious meal. You have your drink. But you know what? Let me do the chopstick. No, hell no. That's like Satan's fork. No offense. I'll do my my Dre impression. I don't know if you watched A Mouthful before, but this is like my Dre impression. Oh. Wow, it's really good. You know, I could taste the yumminess from the noodle and from the soyness. Oh, let me try that Kool-Aid. Oh my god. I'll take. Here's my underwear, Jamall. You can have it. That's my Dre impression. That's a good one, right? Listen, here's the dish. That's what we made. That's the drink. Other than that, yeah, beautiful. Love you. Enjoy. So even though the struggle may be on, you don't have to eat like it, eh? Even if you're making noodles. Stop.